It was a call 2 years in the making. Russian President Vladimir Putin and French President Emmanuel Macron finally spoke, breaking their long silence since September 2022. And the topics? Nothing short of explosive. The Iran-Israel conflict and the war in Ukraine. According to the Kremlin, the conversation was substantial. In Paris, Macron's office confirmed the 2-hour dialogue and revealed that the French leader pushed hard for a ceasefire in Ukraine and a return to negotiations. Before and after the call, Macron stayed in close contact with Ukraine's President Zelenskyy, keeping him fully briefed. He also updated US President Donald Trump, ensuring key allies were in the loop. On Iran, Putin stood firm. Tehran has the right to peaceful nuclear development, so long as it continues honoring the global nuclear nonproliferation treaty. Macron, however, made it clear that Iran's growing nuclear capabilities require urgent attention from all 5 permanent members of the UN Security Council. Just last month, Iran's parliament voted to suspend cooperation with the UN's nuclear watchdog, the IAEA, after US and Israeli airstrikes targeted Iranian nuclear facilities. While Tehran insists it's not building a bomb, Western leaders remain skeptical. Macron voiced his determination to find a diplomatic path forward, one that addresses not only Iran's nuclear ambitions, but also its missile program and influence across the region. Both leaders agreed. They'll coordinate their efforts moving forward. On Ukraine, the divide was clear. Putin repeated his long-held stance, blaming the West for the war, claiming it ignored Russia's security concerns. He insisted that any future peace deal must reflect what he calls new territorial realities, a reference to Russia's occupation of Ukrainian land. Macron, in contrast, reaffirmed France's unwavering support for Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity, stressing that only Kyiv has the right to decide its own future, including whether or not to make territorial concessions. While the two leaders remain far apart on key issues, they've agreed to keep talking. And as permanent members of the UN Security Council, their next steps could have global consequences. Macron and Putin were once frequent contacts, especially around the early days of the Ukraine invasion. Their renewed dialogue may mark the start of another high-stakes diplomatic chapter.